Hey everybody, this is Glidercat and it's time to play. We are back in Captain of Industry. Let's get back to it. Since last episode, I've let things run for a bit. Not like away from keyboard, but I've just been playing off camera. We are in pretty good shape. We are starting to produce construction part 3s at a decent pace. We are getting hit by the flu periodically, so I'm short a couple of workers. I've been just recruiting from other colonies or other settlements. Pretty easy. We've got 4 settlements we can adopt from. There's one there. And one here. Boom. And one here. Boom. And one over here. We could take, up to 40 from each. I'm just taking 10 from each so they can all replenish. But we're going to need to deal with that. That's going to involve kind of improving the health of our people and maybe reducing pollution. Water, let's see, I connected our water main and actually managed to get it upgraded to the highest level pipes. So the water main, we've got some water generation over here. Then the water main kind of wiggles through here, through these, through where these tanks are. It's a little disorganized, but there's 2 feeds going in and 2 feeds coming out of these tanks that link together kind of 2 halves of our water network. And then this half off to, I guess that would be the way we normally look at it, the east. Comes through, connects up to this. And this was our old water network that we had. So I just hooked into it. And then this guy is providing water to our mixers. One thing I did, and it goes all the way, it's connected all the way over. I guess we could keep looking. It's connected all the way over to these wells too. These are all feeding into the same water supply. If we look at water over here, and I don't usually look at these charts. For one, I can't tell these colors apart. Most of them I cannot tell apart. So it's not very helpful to me, but these numbers down here are helpful. And this is showing last year how much we produced versus how much we consumed. Same thing with this year. So our water supply is slowly increasing. So we should see those tanks fill up everywhere. This near the coal power plant, it's always been pretty good. But down here, these tanks were 2 of these were empty. Looks like they're doing okay. Our colony tank was empty. That's doing a lot better. So we're in good shape there, but we need to deal with pollution. We need to deal with health, so we can keep our worker counts up. What was the other thing I noticed? I was going to show you. Oh yeah, over here, our concrete mixers. I can't run all of them because we're short on slag. Somehow we're not getting enough to kind of keep up, or to keep those guys busy. Basically, all of the slag from this side of our smelter, so we got 4 blast furnaces. All of that slag comes across this top bar. Boom, top U-shaped conveyor. Works its way down, hits this priority splitter. The priority out is to be crushed and made into concrete slabs. And then if there's overflow, it'll go out back this way, and there's a belt on the very bottom. U-shaped conveyor all the way. That goes the full distance. Down through here, and over this guy, and this guy's just waiting to unload it and use it for landfill. The reason there is any slag on the belt is the smelters for the steel production. That's this group right here. They're not dumping their slag on that U-shaped conveyor. They're dumping theirs directly in the back. I think we can move that to the front, and then if it backs up later, we can reroute it to just go directly to fill. But we should be relatively okay to do that. Let's get that done. We also have to kind of finish some of the assembly on these things. There's stuff that's not hooked up, like the water is not hooked up for this set. But you can see, look at our construction part 3s. We're up to 570. We've got other issues to solve too. I'm going to go ahead and quick build these belts. I think we're having an issue with trucks not being able to get over here. These have been under construction for a long, long time. Let's do that while I see them. And then we'll get to routing the slag from these guys to go up front. And where do we want that belt? We want to hook up to this one, but we're going to have to do a wiggle. We're going to take slag out, come up. Guess maybe right on top of this guy, right? Way up top of this. So let's grab a U-shaped conveyor. I think we have to go with the upgraded ones. I think I'm going to start at right here. Yes, I don't really care about where the pillars show up. And I could try to minimize them just to do it. Then let's get across here. And into that guy. This is not building for some reason. I'm not sure why. Pause. Quick deliver. Get that built. We'll get this thing built. Quick deliver. Now that we have the parts, and now we need to route the slag belts. Let's just start doing it with these guys. These can be level 1s. You, why don't you come up? Are you not going to connect? Okay, there's that guy. I'm noticing there's a molten channel here that's not connected. Can I mouse over this and hit C? Yep. And same thing on this side. We're going to we got to deal with the water pipe, or this pipe. What should we do about that? Looks like we're going to be able to hop over it. Let's try. That guy. These guys may not build due to being too close or being locked away. Our trucks can't get to them. I'm just going to quick deliver these two. We're doing good on rubber. We'll come back and do the water for that setup. Let's get the slag done, though. This guy's dumping some out right now. It may turn out that we need to set up crushed rock as well. And that will be kind of interesting to figure out how to do that. Maybe we would put another big hopper here or something, crush some rock, and I guess we could feed it on the same belt as we have the slag. I think those could mix on the same U-shaped conveyor, and we wouldn't have a problem, but we'll see. Alright, these guys are going to keep dumping, so let's just take this stuff up, and boom. Unpause some more stuff. Gonna have to pick this stuff up ourselves. Unity's a little bit in the negative. Workers are okay now that we did that recruiting. Is that what I did? You. That. Not as pretty once we have the water, right? Excuse me. That water pipe can be made to be a bit lower. Maybe a little bit lower. Yeah, we're gonna have to take care of that, actually. Let's do it. What do I want you to do? Could dip down right after he crosses this one. Let's try it. This would all go. Excuse me. Grab that. Wrong pipe. I want you. And I need you to be up a little bit where you can hop over those things. Just thinking what's going to make sense. Get rid of this. Go. Not go over. Oh, it can hop over, but it needs supports. Oh man, what a bummer. Just want these to look reasonable, right? Obsessing over little tiny details. I don't know. That doesn't look right. It doesn't look right either. I'm almost there. I'm gonna try and match up to that side, basically. You. You. I had it. Does that kind of match? That kind of matches. We'll take it. Now we should be able to bring this guy over. Good. Alright, now we should be getting a little more slag. Will it be enough? I don't know. Not sure if that's going to be enough or not. I'm going to pause this guy. We don't need these two yet. I did want to get them built. Boom and boom. And I see a little pipe here that escaped. Make sure that gets built. It's going to be hard. Doing a lot of this in planning mode, man, there's always little nuggets that that I miss that are still in planning mode and end up not getting built. Okay, that's it. I'll run the water maybe between episodes. It's a little boring to watch, I imagine. That should help with our slag situation at least a little bit. Yeah, we may end up long term. We may need to grind up rocks. We do have a little bit of slag coming out of these guys, but it would be a bit of a challenge to get this routed way the heck over there, just for how much they produce. These aren't even running very often. Our glass smelters, got tons of glass. All right, next thing. What do we want to do? We got 43 workers. Unity's okay. Food. He's a little scary. A little scary. I'm going to swap our objectives. I'm going to take off the fuel reducer. That gets us 2 Unity back. I'm actually going to put food saver on. We should end up in the positive still with Unity. We're going to have to think about more farming. All right, a few things to do. We are flushing sour water into the ocean, is increasing our pollution because our sour water stripper is backed up on ammonia. We're using ammonia to make fertilizer, but we lack limestone. So let's see if we can get a limestone pelt going. Excuse me, and see how we want to do it. Let's see where it's being used. We've got limestone being used to make glass mix. Imagine that's going to stay up in this area. We'll assume it is. Got a big storage of limestone here. And where was our belt, I should say? This guy. Okay. This is the one that's feeding our fertilizer and everything. Where is the supply belt for this? What? Oh. There must have been a belt connecting here. See how this one goes in that direction, this one goes in that direction? Yeah, there must have been a supply belt that fed in right to there. Where would we want to do it? We could do it back here. I did put in another ramp. Could bring limestone and just have it travel back here. I don't think we're going to need to tap into these pipes. We can't pass through with trucks. We could do it. Ooh, we got a little problem here. Done with this iron yet? Mostly. In fact, we can take up... Let's turn off some of these mining things. We don't need to do... This row is just taking it down to level 2, so that's not going to do anything for us. This we probably can get away without doing, and let's try not to do that one either. We'll fill this back in as soon as we get this little nugget of iron. It's probably just sitting stacked right there. Same thing with these. And then we can start filling this area, and hopefully we won't lose our water main in the process. It's getting a little dubious. But we'll try and let that thing go. Back to the topic at hand, limestone. Here's our supply. Oh yeah, can I... Could run it right in between. A little safer, right? I think I think I can build through here. I don't know. We can test it first, right? We'll build a little U-shaped conveyor through this rough patch. But if we could do that, we could probably find a way over to this port. Then what? If we're here, we could maybe just supply the little messy. Oh, there's a ramp over here too. That's absolutely crazy. Look at this ramp. What excavator is going to be able to use this ramp? Is going to be able to use this ramp. Just noticed that between episodes. That can go. But assuming I've got it coming through here, limestone. Guess. Just debating whether we could just feed this belt directly and then reverse this and have it feed storage. Or we could wiggle it around there and just feed it in. This all has to be fully leveled, but we're not going to do it now. No. Let's try it. Let's try it. It's going to be a while before we get to filling this, and it's going to take a while to fill it. So we can't run the belt on this side of the water main. It's got to be right in there. Oh, wait a second. I got limestone. Oh, okay. Scratch those plans. We don't have a problem. We can tap into this belt right here. In fact, yeah, let's do that. What am I thinking? That worked out awesome. Not see with that view. We want the second one down. I think I got it. All right, climb up. Let's match pillars. Guess it would make sense for us to stay on this flatter spot, the lower ground, because that's kind of less likely to get. This structure will be less likely to have to be torn down. I think we can just tap in to this. No, we have to. We actually have to connect there. That's goofy. We're gonna change that. We're gonna change that. Okay, that's our path going in, and we're going to leverage this same storage to supply where we're doing fertilizer. Take that one back. Remove. You're going in. Your supply out. Okay. With that, then let's reverse this belt. Boink. Fact. Those can be connected. Probably shouldn't be. Yeah, right there. He should take it for us. I don't think anybody's driving over here. Interest of time, let's get these things built. I've got some abandoned belts over here. Let's take some of this up. We still have to do lab equipment, vehicle parts. We need to get our research lab going. But this is causing some pollution, and it's costing us fill and fertilizer, and that might be why our food's not holding up like it once was. I don't think that actually needs to be upgraded. We don't use a ton. Belts through here are a bit of a mess. We'll clean up that spaghetti some later date. Got plenty of electronics. Check that out. We can pause half of this line, probably. At least. Rubber, what are you complaining about? You don't have... Yeah, you don't have sulfur. And that's because our sour water stripper's backed up. It's... Don't have an escape valve for... It's not really backed up. It's just it can't process more sulfur for us. Where is it? Where is that? Way down here. Yeah, because it's backed up on ammonia, it's not going to produce more sulfur. Now, it's not stopping things, but basically it's going to be flushing. Here it comes. Flushing out that sour water, and that's actually kind of valuable stuff. One of the islands has a contract for us to bring sour water onto the island. It's actually kind of valuable once we start making use of it. All right, limestone should be on its way. And it's needed over here. This is really where it's needed. We could put a big old storage thing over here too. I think I'm going to not do that. That paused belt is copper from the coastal copper mine, so this guy's on hold right now. And let's see if our limestone's moving along. It is. We got a fast belt. Or no, we got a fast belt starting there. A section. We have one section of fast belt, and then the rest of the belt is slow. I'm gonna leave it the way it is because it's gonna supply enough limestone. And if I knew I was gonna keep that belt long term, then I would upgrade it. But I don't know if I'm gonna keep that belt long term. What are these guys doing with the iron? Man, I wish they would finish up with these last little nuggets. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this part doesn't matter. We have enough land. We don't have anything precious over here to protect. We got some legacy stuff. Sand. Sand. We got to bring sand through. We need sand in order to make glass. That's another component. Another ingredient. We make glass out of crushed or manufactured sand. Doesn't look like it. At least not with this machine. We can't. We need sand that we mine. I don't think I have sand on this belt, so we're not going to get lucky this time. So, do we bring sand along this way? We could. We have room on this. We have sand right there. Like we have a goofy belt back here of sand. We could rerun that belt just to be on the ground or something. How is this thing fed? Back here. Speaking of which, our sand mine, we need to get working on that. These guys need something to chew on. We're going to have to move belts in order to give them stuff to work on, but it doesn't look like it's going to be that hard. This can be moved over pretty easy. But let's get the sand routed so we can make glass again. Maybe we want to try it behind here. Original plan. Let's try it. can know if it's better sitting on the ground. I guess it would be better up high. Fortunately, there's a support right there. U-shaped conveyor. Always upgrade it if it gets to be too slow. Let's go high and just see if we can actually cross this. Looks like they're gonna let us, right? Then, can I find my way out there? I can. I think we can hop over. Whoops. We've got coal. We've got slag. Don't have iron ore. Only got one more slot. I'm just thinking if we ever did extend our steel production out here, basically duplicate this whole setup over here if we needed more steel. But I guess that's a problem for another day. We don't need to worry about it now. But we would have to be able to hop over these belts, not just cut around them. Let's see if they'll let us hop over. Really? Yeah, it is. I'll actually take that if I can get it. They're not letting me do it anymore, but it seemed for a second, right? We were able to hop. Try from further back, just for the heck of it, to see if that works. No, so that's be an issue later on, isn't it? Oh, there they go. That's what I want. One more over. Yeah, I'm not sure what's determining this, but I guess I'll take it. Oh, letting me. Transport to selected position was not found. Yeah, they're making it look like it can do it. Oh, there we go. I'd pull this off. There's not a lot of room here. I'm going to have to do one of these kind of deals. That's the last thing we'll send under. All right. Match pillars. Sand. I don't have storage for sand. My old belt is over here. This is kind of a messy place. Let's get this. Then we'll just reverse these belts. Let's get rid of this sand belt. And go. Get rid of that whole belt. It's the middle tier, huh? You, over to you. It's one less messy belt. I'm hitting the wrong stuff. Zoom in and make sure I'm deleting what I think I'm deleting. Then we'll reverse these guys. And then we just need to hook up to that one. So let's do it. Tape conveyor. Did I do two? No, one. We can always upgrade it later, I suppose. Let's delete that just for best practice. I don't know why the ground texture changed. That was kind of bizarre. Build. Look at our population's doing good now all of a sudden. Like it. Oh, we paused some factories. That's probably a big part of it. And we actually have to connect up the rest of the sand belt. So, how far did we get? Nowhere. We haven't done it yet. Yeah, we're coming in here. Man, this is weird. I see. I'm gonna leave it a little goofy for now. We'll clean things up later. I'll do a little tiny bit of cleanup. Not much. That is a fuel line. This coal is our main coal going in here. We probably don't need this little thing. And maybe I'll take this piece back. Okay, let's get to our sand. Yes, you can find your way in here, buddy. Up we go. Let's match pillars. We're off and running. Don't want that. Okie dokie. Back up one. That's gonna limit what we can do here later, but conveyor. Why am I not getting my little happy plug icon? Build. While that's building, let's go check on the limestone and see if we're processing sulfur. Good. Because we need this for acid as well. Acid production, and a lot of copper depends on this. So we're back in business with that. Limestone, yeah. It's all filled up. And we need a little limestone here to make slag. That's all good. And some sulfur, so we'll get some fertilizer going. That's going to help. Pretty cool. Sand, let's make sure sand is traveling. Making its slow way over to the glass production. And then, we might use that sand out here too to process all of the exhaust. So we've got quite a lot of pollution going on out this way. Speaking of which, yeah, there's the exhaust for that one. Got a bunch of pollution from these guys and all the blast furnaces. I'm thinking about scrubbing that. Let's take a look and see what that's going to do. Exhaust scrubber. Take 180 units of pollution, mix it with 24 water. We'll get some extra sulfur, which we can make use of. Carbon dioxide we'll have to vent right now. Still less polluting than the 180 exhaust. And then we get some steam to boot. Now it takes water, but we get 24 steam out of that. What I was thinking of doing with that steam is if we get 24 water gets us 24 steam. Thinking, where is it? Where is it? Maybe we could obviously put it in a cooling tower. We get half the water back. Or we could use that low power steam to power a thermal desalinator. And that 24 steam, it cost us 24 water, right, to generate this? Will return 72 water back to us if we run thermal desalinators. And then we'll get some brine that we can either turn into salt or dump back in the ocean. It's non-polluting, I think. And then we can process seawater into regular water without having to burn more coal. I kind of like that idea. And it's on my list for sooner than later. I think that would help our air pollution. Our air pollution's not horrible. See, let's take a look. We got another severe flu. We're going to have to get a doctor's or a hospital built. We have it unlocked. Air pollution's at -7 for our health. We're getting a 28 health bonus or total positive health due to our base health, water, and food. And we're losing 33, mostly because of this disease right here, 15. That's what's kind of hurting us. I don't know if we can avoid the flu. Let's see what it says. This disease happens naturally, cannot be completely avoided. Right. However, the impact can be significantly reduced by having a hospital provided with medical supplies. So yeah, want to do the exhaust, get some extra water production. Hospital, we have a building for it. That's going to be in here, right? Clinic. Provides healthcare that increases the overall health of your population, gives extra unity, and reduces the negative effect of diseases. This building needs to be provided with medical supplies in order to work. So let's look and see what that's going to involve. Still need to get our research lab up before we do this stuff. Medical supplies. Boy, look at this. Medical equipment and disinfectant. Medical equipment requires plastic, which we don't have. Plastic is either naphtha or ethanol. We can make both of those. Naphtha. We need hydrogen. Hydrogen is a little hard to come by. But diesel and steam aren't hard to come by. That gets us a little more sour water, which I kind of like. So we could do naphtha or naphtha. They produce plastic at the polymerization plant. Do we even have that? We must. Got a lot of stuff I haven't seen yet. Got a silicon reactor. Polymerization plant. Thought we... Where might you be? Here? There it is. That gets us the plastic. Plastic and steel get us medical equipment. That's kind of a piece of cake. Disinfectant is what? Ethanol. Plastic. Ethanol. So we're going to be stuck making ethanol pretty much no matter what, right? For disinfectant. Corn mash, oxygen. Get a little bit of pollution out of that. Oh man. A lot of work. A lot of work. Yeah, we're going to have to get on that at some point. We can trade for medical supplies. I think we did that a little bit last season when we ran into problems. But I still need to build a hospital, and I can't trade my way out of this problem long term, I don't think. Yeah, it takes construction part 2s. 3s, look at that. Construction part 3s, 120 to get 40 medical supplies. But that is a pretty complex product. Last time we did this, and we also just kept adopting people, letting them die off and just kept adopting new ones. So we'll see. We still have a few things we need to do before we can do either of those things, processing pollution or working on the hospital stuff. We need to get our research lab back up, maybe do 2 of them. We need to be thinking about vehicle part production. I think we just need level 1s somewhere. We need to make them. I have some stored off, but we don't have a factory making those anymore. And then all the lab equipment is gone, so we need to find a place to manufacture that. Oh, we have this food processor. This is kind of abandoned. Let me pause this. This is when we had the soybeans. I got rid of that farm. Yeah, lab equipment, and then I guess just kind of scaling this stuff up. Looks like we're still, looks like we're accumulating a little bit of crushed slag. Of course, I don't have all these guys running. Yeah, we're still not really compressed. But yeah, we have some stuff to do. We're getting on it. We are getting on it. For now, though, this is Glidercat saying thanks so much for watching. Man, do I like this game. I hope you do too. If you're this far along in the series, you probably do. I want to thank Glidercat patrons and channel members for their support, and thank those of you that have stuck with the series this long and are giving the videos thumbs up. Easy to forget, but it does help my tiny channel grow, and I appreciate it when you do it. And that's it for this one. I will see you in the next episode.